Welcome back to another video. We're in the gym and today we're going to focus on the hard parts. Now as ladies, when we're training, we want to train our full bodies, but there are two body parts that give us the most trouble because they seem to be a little bit stubborn and take a long time to grow. That's the glutes and the delts. So today we're going to be doing a shoulder and glute workout. We're going to get nice and warm on the treadmill, or if you don't have a treadmill, you can go for a jog, you can skip for like 200, and then meet me back here in the gym to go through today's workout. I did my warm-up, my mobilization, and I had some really nice pre-workout. I'm trying a new flavor, still C4. It tastes great. So now we're going to start with hip thrusts. Now, I've been doing hip thrusts for a while, so I don't have to start super light. I'm starting here at 135 pounds, and I'm going to increase my weight as I go, and I'm going to do 4 rounds. Start with 10 reps, try to do 10 reps in your round 2, and then if you need to, you can drop the reps to 8 and then maybe to 6. But progressive overload is important if you want to see any kind of progress. So make sure the bench is lined up in with your scapula. Get your knees bent so you can just lift the hips up. Drop the hips as low as you can go. Up and squeeze the glutes. Keep the chin to the chest. Rest for about a minute and then go on to set 2. Okay, we're moving on to reverse lunge, but I want you to touch down with your reverse lunge. Now I wear knee sleeves whenever I train nowadays because I have patella instability and my knee slipped out recently. I'm just being cautious. So if you're not wearing knee sleeves, have a mat on the floor that you can actually bring your knee down to touch the floor. Now I'll demonstrate it for you. You stand on the top part of the mat. As you reverse lunge, you want to go all the way down to touch the floor. Focus on doing one side so that you're really working that muscle before you switch over to the other side. I'm going to do mine with weight. Okay, we're going to do our last glute exercise, and that's going to be a sumo squat. Now I'm going to do it with a kettlebell. I'm using a 60-pound kettlebell. You want the weight to fall right between your feet, not in front of you. So you're going to hinge back and let the weight fall right between your feet. Sumo squat, our final glute movement before we go into our shoulders. If that's a little too easy because you have more flexibility, hold the bell at the end so you can have more of a stretch. Okay, moving on now to work our shoulders. I'm going to start this part of my workout with rear delts. The rear delts are at the back of your body, rear. So we don't look at it when we're training. Because of that, it doesn't get as much attention as it needs. So when you are the strongest in your shoulder section, you want to focus on the area that is overlooked. So I'm going to start with the rear delts by doing a face. I'm not using a bar. I'm using the rope or the straps so that I can pull further back, putting all the emphasis on my rear delts. So let's move on to our shoulders, rear delts. Okay, now we're moving on to the side delts, another area that we need to really work hard. So we don't want to end with it. We still want to work this part of our shoulders and we have a little bit of energy left. So I'm going to be doing it with a cable. I'm doing it with a cable because cable work keeps the muscle under tension for a longer period, and that creates more hypertrophy, which is our goal here. So cable sideways. We are on to the last exercise of today's workout, and that is going to be a squat to one arm snatch. This exercise is going to combine my shoulders with my legs, so it's a wonderful burnout to finish today's workout. I'm using a 20-pound dumbbell. If you're new to snatches, start with something a little bit lighter, but you need to be careful. You don't want to be too light when you're trying to snatch. You don't want to be too light when you're trying to snatch because you won't be able to do the movement. You do need some kind of weight with it. So here's the exercise. I'm going to have the weight on the floor. So I'm alternating hands. Pick it up, right up into a snatch. Squat, switch, snatch. And that brings us to the end of today's workout. I hope you enjoyed training with me. I'm going to do a little bit of a stretch now. Maybe flip up and down for a little bit of handstands because I am trying to be better at those this year. I want to encourage you to train. Remember, the body you want is a commitment away. Happy training.